to my channel. I'm Shoned and I'm the founder of Tanya Whitebits. I've been conducting lockdown interviews and today I've got a really special guest. In fact, I'm fangirling because I used to watch this British actress on the screens on a really popular soap called Brookside. She's appeared in the West End in Chicago alongside Patrick Swayze in Guys and Dolls, and more recently she's appeared as Shirley Valentine. So welcome, Claire Sweeney.
Hello, darling. You know, I always thought your name was Tanya. I didn't realise that it's Shona.
It is similar to Shoned.
Shoned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Shoned. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but it's lovely to have
Because I
you
wore
on.
your stuff when I was doing Shirley Valentine in the interval of my show. So the first half is, it's all her story about her trying to get the courage to go on holiday with a best friend. And eventually she does. She walks out on her husband and goes on holiday to Greece. Act 2. Curtain comes up and she's a Greek taverna on a beach. And so I have to, in the interval, loosen my hair, tongue it all and cover myself in self-tan. So I used to use your tan and it was fab.
Oh, fantastic. I was so happy. I know I was promoting it as well to say, you know, that you were on the theatre. And yeah, it was amazing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
It's a few questions I've got to ask you today. So the first one is, how are you coping with self-isolation? And have you got any tips that you can share with us?
I am coping, actually. I've kind of got used to it now. I've got over the shock of it, you know. And I've got over the thing of just eating like it's Christmas. I've started trying to get a little bit of structure in my life. So it's important, like you said, doing this, it gives you a purpose. It's finding a bit of routine. You know, I was getting to the end of days and thinking I've literally done nothing except eat, gain calories. And so I've got into a structure now with Jackson. I make sure he does his yoga and we do our food. And this morning I started running for the first time in a long time. I was rubbish at it, but I'm going to try and get into a routine of going early in the morning when there's no one about, going having a little run.
Yeah, well done. So you're finding that that's helping you, doing something early on in the day? Is it setting you up for the day?
It's not that. It's just too many people out in the afternoon. I'm seeing too many people.
Yeah.
And, you know, people aren't really... I went to the park and it was empty. But yesterday I saw tons of people walking down towards the park on the river and it scared me. So
yeah, I'm not surprised. And of course you're in London, you're in the capital, aren't you?
I'm in the heart of it. I'm in Westminster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right in the heart of it. It's literally on my doorstep, you know. I've had neighbours pass away with it. So I'm quite scared, yeah.
Yeah, it is. And of course you're used to such a busy life socially and with your work and with your son. I suppose you're always chasing your tail and now you've got all this time.
I've got this wonderful time with my son, which is, I mean, it's under awful circumstances, but it's given me such joy just being with him and hanging out with him.
Oh, that's such a positive thing to come out of a horrible situation.
It is, and you know, families are going to be sitting there and families are going to be having dinner together and playing. I was talking to a friend the other day and he said his family play chess together every day, and things are, they're going to get, you know, closer families, aren't they? They
are. It's the little things that count in the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a mutual friend from up north and he is
Adam.
Celebrity spray tanner and hairstylist Adam Higginson from Hair by Adam.
Yeah, I adore Adam.
It's lovely.
He's gorgeous.
And he's a stylist for Tanya Whitebits as well.
Yeah, when I was up north doing Panto, he used to do my spray tans for me.
How are you keeping in touch with your friends up north?
I'm used to FaceTime, so with all my family, my son is used to FaceTime and his grandparents. Yeah. So it's not a big wrench of where he was with them every Sunday, he's suddenly not seeing them. You know, our lives have very much been, we get up there when we can and the rest of the time we just FaceTime, and my mum comes down to us a lot.
Yeah. But otherwise you're enjoying London life?
Well, I'm enjoying being in my home.
Yeah.
You know, I have had a bit of anxiety and I felt quite depressed, the same as everyone. But, you know, you're lucky to be healthy and be alive, aren't you? So you've just got to keep your things in perspective. You know, my neighbours are intensive care doctors.
Wow.
So, you know, that they're, you know, that God knows what they're going through.
They're front line, and it's quite refreshing of someone with your profile to say that you get down feelings and you are struggling with.
Oh, listen, I've never had any mental health problems or problems with anxiety as such, but I did, and the only way I could sort that out, I realised, was I had to stop watching so much news.
Yeah.
I was waking up, switching it off, going to sleep overnight. I haven't watched it. Working out statistics before I went to sleep of deaths and, you know, people who've caught it. And I thought, this is making me sick.
Yeah.
I've got to sort myself out.
It is. That's a good point. If people maybe need to take on board is maybe not to watch too much of the news, because it is very...
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so what would you say are you looking forward to after the lockdown? Looking ahead?
As soon as the lockdown finishes, I'm going to go to my local coffee bar and have a coffee and sit in the street and have a coffee. I'm going to get in a car and drive up north and see all the family.
Oh, that's nice. It's just the simple things, isn't it?
Yeah, just family. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. Well, one final question, and it's a fun question to ask. It's your birth month is the celebrity that you get to self-isolate with. So when is your birth month?
April.
Hey, this is Mr. Tumble.
Oh, I love Mr. Tumble. Justin. I love Mr. Tumble. I'm a big fan of Justin's. Yeah. He's wonderful. I followed Justin round. I went to Butlins to see him and everything. Mr. Tumble, isolating with me and Jackson would be heaven.
Switch the news off and get Mr. Tumble on.
Yeah, I'm so thrilled with that. That is brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your chat today and for giving me your time.
Thank you, Sinead. I appreciate that.
I hope to come and see you in the West End when you're back. Hopefully you'll be back on the stage.
Yeah, hopefully.
Back to normal. And can I just ask as well, is your hand healing? Because I know you had an accident.
There's the scar. Oh. It's still pretty bad and I've still got no feeling in it, but it's, you know,
so that
all things in perspective.
For people that don't know, you're a bit of a trooper because you injured your hand during the stage.
I sliced my hand open. I was meant to be chopping potatoes on stage, and I chopped my hand open and I sliced right down to the nerve and sliced the nerve. So I lost all feeling in my hand and had to get sent to hospital. But anyway.
But not just that, you carried on stage.
I carried on. Well, it's a one-woman show. 50 pages of dialogue of me talking. I'd spent 6 months learning it. I thought, I'm not walking off. I've got to finish the show. And I did. I went back on every night.
Oh, you are amazing. And thank you so much for today. It's been lovely speaking to you.
Thank you, darling.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye, darling. Take care, love. Bye-bye. Bye.